Hello, my name is Maryam, and my topic for this project was the creation of NASA and JPL. Some dates of advancements or achievement milestones for NASA were July 29th of 1958 in the United States of America. President Eisenhower signed the National Aeronautics and Space Act. For JPL, it was October 31st of 1936. The Jet Propulsion Laboratory was created. Credited organizations for NASA was created in response to the Soviet Union's launch of its first satellite on October 1st, 1957. Von Braun and the President Eisenhower developed NASA. For JPL, it was beginnings in 1936 when the first set of rocket experiments were carried out in the Aeroseco. Took place at the Guggenheim Aeronautical Laboratory at the California Institute of Technology. These are the credited individuals for NASA and JPL. Here are some detailed description advancements or achievements of NASA and JPL. For NASA, the Hubble Space Telescope was proved to be one of the most scientifically important objects ever built, named after Edwin Hubble. Made over 1.5 million astronomical observations and looked at over 40,000 different space objects. 15,000 plus scientific papers have drawn on the data of the telescope provided. When it went into orbit in 1990, it is 10 to 20 times the resolution of a ground-based telescope. Apollo 13 headed for the moon on April 11, 1970, and landed 55 hours and 55 minutes later. An explosion shut down every system needed to carry sustained life on board. The lead-up to explosion began in 1965, including the oxygen tank number 2 thermostats. It was damaged before launch and it ruptured when a fan turned on. It was 200,000 miles away from Earth, venting oxygen into space, and the water, electricity, oxygen, heat, and light had been cut off. The crew members ended up losing a combined 31.5 pounds in 6 days and survived on no food, water, and sleep. The people on duty at the control center had found a way to get the crew home safely. Months' worth of calculations happened in days. They told the crew to use cardboard, plastic bags, and tape to make the canisters that remove carbon dioxide from the command module fit the system into the lunar module. In 3 hours, mission control at NASA found a way to use the sun instead of a key star. They used the moon's pull to get the aircraft into the right position, and the calculations from the sun only turned out to be accurate to less than 1 degree. Apollo 13 landed on April 17, 1970 in the Pacific Ocean. NASA did not have another reusable working spacecraft until 1981, when the first space shuttle, Columbia, was launched. JPL. After an unsuccessful and hazardous experiments, students led by Frank Molina moved their work off campus. They worked in a dry canyon in the Aeroseco area to become the future home of JPL. First tests of an alcohol-fueled rocket took place on October 31st of 1936. Von Karman had persuaded the Army to fund the development of jets mounted on heavy propeller planes to assist takeoffs from short runways. World War II had begun, and the demand for motor aircrafts grew. In 1943, the Caltech team referred to themselves for the first time as the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The first U.S. orbiting spacecraft in 1958. Successful launches of Voyager 1 and 2 in 1977, as well as the landing of Mars rover Pathfinder in 1977. Here are images of the advancements or achievements. Here is media coverage of advancements or achievements. Here's a description of world events at the time of the advancements and achievements. For NASA, on October 4th of 1957, the Soviet Union stunned the world with the launch of Sputnik 1, the first satellite. The space race had begun. NASA founded the following year with the intent of getting global edge in space. Project Mercury was the first human spaceflight program of the United States. In October 11th of 1958, Pioneer 1 is the first NASA launch from Cape Canaveral. The spacecraft intends to reach the moon but doesn't. December 18th of 1958, the Air Force Atlas booster places into orbit a communications relay satellite, also known as Project SCORE. Christmas message broadcasted by the president, and it was the first time a voice was beamed from space. In JPL, President Roosevelt was re-elected. The Great Purge of 1936 to 1938 happened. Amelia Earhart disappeared on July 2nd of 1937 and declared dead January 5th of 1939, almost 2 years later. The Memorial Day disaster happened on May 30th of 1937, where police attacked a Memorial Day gathering of unarmed steelworkers, shot and killed 10 of the strikers. Here are descriptions of major events in relation to science, technology, and engineering that made it possible. NASA has made contributions to the world-changing industries such as satellite communications, GPS remote sensing, and space assets. It enabled the first weather imagery and human access beyond low Earth orbit. And JPL created robots to go where humans can't. There are actually 39 active missions in JPL right now. JPL opened the doors for us people on Earth to explore the rest of the universe. NASA and JPL will continue to be a story for human exploration, technology, and science. They intend to further improve technologies for air transport and maintaining life on Earth. Thank you.